Welcome to 10 Questions with Zach, and this is our first 10 questions video. And today I'm with the Consul General Biedebach. We are in the U.S. Consul General in Mexico, Sonora, which is in Nogales. So, are you ready for the 10 questions?
I am ready for the 10 questions.
Question 1. Are you subscribed to my YouTube channel?
I am subscribed to your YouTube channel.
Have you seen my videos?
I have seen your videos, and I like your cooking videos the best.
So that one's your favorite?
That's my favorite.
Question 2. What does the Consul General do?
Well, the Consul General is in charge of the United States Consulate here in northern Sonora. So what that means is our presence here in northern Sonora, our primary reason for being here is the protection and safety of United States citizens who are visiting this part of Mexico. So we have a whole section whose job it is to make sure that U.S. citizens who are visiting, who get sick, have problems, need help from their government, have a representative here. In addition, we work with the Mexican government here in our region to help on security issues, border infrastructure, so those ports of entry that you cross to go back and forth to school, making sure that those border crossings are safe for you and for everybody else who uses them. And the commercial traffic, so all those trucks that you see crossing that bring all of the fruits and vegetables from Mexico into the United States, we want to make sure that those are safe. And we also work on things like water and flooding. You know how sometimes here it gets really rainy and the streets flood? Well, we're working with the local government to help them address those problems through programs in the United States that can help here in Mexico.
But with the trucks, does that also include the train?
It also includes the train. You're absolutely right. There is a train that goes right through downtown Nogales, Sonora, into Nogales, Arizona, and it goes right through that big gate, and that is absolutely part of it.
Question 3. Who is your boss and who's the boss of your boss?
So my boss is the United States Ambassador to Mexico, Ken Salazar. He is in Mexico City at the United States Embassy, and his boss, my boss's boss, is President Joseph Biden.
What? Your boss's boss is the president?
That is true.
Question 4. Your job is so cool. How much education or schools do I have to go to get your job?
Well, in fact, I went to all public schools. So from kindergarten through high school, I went through public schools in California, which is where I'm from. And then I went to a public university, to the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, which is also a public school. And that's where I got my degree in political science. The great thing about the Foreign Service is that Foreign Service officers come from all different backgrounds. In fact, you don't even need a bachelor's degree to be a Foreign Service officer. But we have lawyers, we have doctors, we have economists, we have people with PhDs in foreign languages. We have, in my class, when I came into the Foreign Service, we had somebody who had worked as a lion tamer, who is now she is actually now also in a very high position in the Foreign Service. So we come from all backgrounds. You can study what you want to study, and if the Foreign Service is of interest to you, you just have to take the test and go through our hiring process. You don't have to go to the fanciest schools. Of course, we have folks that have gone to Harvard and Yale, but like I said, I came through the public school system in California.
Question 5. What is your favorite pizza?
My favorite pizza is pepperoni with mushroom.
I do like that, but I don't really like mushrooms on it.
You don't like mushrooms? You know, the other thing about being in the Foreign Service is you get to try pizza from all over the world. Every country I've served in has some kind of pizza. I don't know if you found this as well in your travels, but everywhere I've gone. The strangest thing I ever saw is the Philippines. They put mayonnaise on their pizza. I didn't like that very much.
Oh, and Trolls, the Bergens, they put mayonnaise on pizza.
Do they really? Every pizza is different.
Have you had Italian pizza?
I have had Italian pizza.
Is it the best?
Of course, that's the best, right?
In Argentina, they put eggs on pizza.
Eggs on pizza, that sounds interesting. I haven't tried that before. I'll have to go to Argentina and try it.
Okay, enough with the easy questions. Question 6. Things are about to get really tough. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Now that is controversial. That's a tough one. I would say yes, but I prefer it on pizza with pepperoni rather than ham. But I would say yes to pineapple on pizza.
You heard it, folks. That is the answer. Question 7. What was your favorite experience working here?
My favorite experience, or the thing that I treasure the most about this job, is all of the great people that I've had an opportunity to meet and all of the fun adventures that we've had. Growing up in California, I never thought that I would be able to visit places like Angkor Wat in Cambodia, for example, or to have Chinese food in Hong Kong, or to live across the river from the Eiffel Tower. So I've had a lot of amazing experiences. I've seen a lot of amazing things all around the world, but really it's the people that I've met, the friends that I've met, the people I've met in other countries. That's really been the most exciting part of the job for me.
One more thing from that question. How many landmarks have you seen?
How many landmarks have I seen?
Like famous ones?
So I think I haven't seen, you see those lists like on Facebook, and you see the list, how many of these places have you visited? And I usually get to about half of them, but there are places that I would still like to see. Maybe that's an easier question. I'd love to see the pyramids in Egypt. I have not done that yet. I would love to go on safari in South Africa. I haven't been able to do that yet. But I have seen, the Eiffel Tower. I've seen London. I've been to all over Southeast Asia, seen the temples in Thailand. But there's still a few on my list that I'd like to visit.
You have one wish, what would it be?
Well, my wish is always for the health and happiness of those around me, of my family and my friends. And when I say my prayers at night, that's always what I ask for. Obviously, I would love to see us, live in a world of peace, live in a world of happiness, live in a world that is clean and safe for people and animals, and for all of us to live together.
Question 9. Is the border safe? And if it isn't safe, how can we make it better? But if it is safe, is it?
That's a really good question, because we live right here on the border between Arizona and Sonora, Mexico, and you see a lot of things on the news about the situation along the border. And as I said at the beginning about describing my job, protecting our U.S. citizens is our number one priority. So I am concerned about the security situation here. And the question about what can we do about it to make it better, I think is something that we are very focused on right now. And it's something that I know the ambassador is very concerned about. And so what we have to do is work with collaborate with our friends and the government here in Mexico to work together to make the border a safer place. But it's going to take a lot of work, and it's going to take a lot of cooperation.
Question 10, the last question. Why do you love your job?
Well, I do love my job, and I've been doing it for almost 20 years. And the reason I love my job is because I get to help people. I get to, I've spent most of my career as a consular officer, and my job has been to help U.S. citizens overseas. So in many cases, a consular officer is the person who, on someone's worst day, needs help, and we're there to help them. And so whether it's visiting someone in the hospital because they don't have any family wherever they are, or helping children get home to their parents, or being available and being the person who answers the phone when somebody is really struggling and really having a hard time, to have that opportunity and to be able to provide that service is really something that I am extremely grateful for. The other thing that I love about my job is I get to meet people. As I said earlier, I get to do things like this, meet very important influencers and other folks that are making a difference in the world. And I give you a lot of credit for starting at such a young age to have these programs and ask people the tough questions, especially the pineapple question. It's a good sign of a good reporter. You're not afraid to ask the tough questions.
Your job is kind of similar to my mom's job because she helps orphans.
It's very similar. Yes, exactly. You find a community that's in need, or you find an individual that's in need, and to be in a position to be able to help them, to provide support, to be able to pull together as a community to make a difference is extremely rewarding.
Thanks a lot for letting me interview you.
Thank you, Zach. It's been a pleasure. I'm glad you're able to visit us at the U.S. Consulate in Nogales.
So that's it for today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Peace out. Woo! And we're reporting from Mexico.